Page 36, The Entertainer. This is a rather famous ragtime piece by Scott Joplin. Common time or 4/4 time. There's no sharps or flats. We're in the key of C major. Make sure you can do the C major scale 2 octaves up and down. And while you're at it, do the A minor scale 2 octaves up and down. And while you're at it, go ahead and do the C major and A minor arpeggios. At least 1 octave. If you don't know them, you should know them by now. Go 2 octaves at least. You're moving around quite a bit. So you're starting out way up here. They say 3rd finger, and 1 and 2 and 3, then 4th finger. And this is a sequence. You got this, here, here. It's like a sequence. And normally we like to finger each iteration or each pattern in this sequence the same. Don't really have to, but normally we do. However, I like to feel my way around the keyboard, and jumping from here to here, I like to play that first one in the 2nd major and the 3rd major, that first note with the thumb, and then 4. It would be like here, instead of 3rd finger, I'd start with thumb. Here, 2, and then a 4. 4. It just feels good to me, and so that's what the fingering that I've been using it. Then for the chord, you can do a 1-3-5. I do a 2-3-5 because the actual chord is this. You're just not using that note. Whichever, just finger the chord, okay? And then come down. If you finger it here, your thumb's closer to where you want to be. And it's 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. Then the rhythm, starting 2nd line. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. You see, the left hand is keeping quarter note beats here, and you can see in the music how the notes line up. So you can see these are in between notes. And then come up. That's it for the most part. Let's go over to page 37. At the end of the first line of the pickup. And then we have 2-4. So 2nd line. 1 and 2 and 3. I keep the thumb on that. You can use 2nd finger if you want, but thumb's been playing it. Why not keep it there? There's nothing wrong with it. And then 3rd finger. And then just play the 8th notes. Now at the 3rd major there, at the 2nd line, if you want, you can use 4th finger on the last note. You got a little more room to reach down here. And then here, because I like to be able to feel my way around here, and if possible even play it without looking at the keyboard, because if I'm looking at the keyboard, I'm probably concentrating on the left hand because it's just moving all over everywhere. It's just having a ball. Whatever I can do with this right hand to help me not have to look at it too much helps me concentrate more on the left hand. You'll figure out what I'm trying to say eventually. It's here. Come up, 3rd line down, 2nd major, here, come up. And then 1. So I do a 2-4 and then a 5. 3rd fingering is fine. If you want to do that, it's just, I find that a little awkward. I find I can do this more easily. And that's that pattern. Left hand's just these chords, these broken chords. 2nd line. And then here. And there's a B and an F there in the 2nd line, 3rd major. Here and then the. Put the hands together, what do I get? the time you get to this level, you should be able to get this rhythm on your own. If you still have to wait, I need you to play it for me, then you are way too far ahead in the book. You need to go back to book 1, in my opinion, and go through them all again and learn to count rhythms. There's nothing tricky about this rhythm. It has syncopation. Well, it's ragtime, of course. Ragtime has a lot of syncopation. But there's nothing really tricky about it. Just these tied notes. If it confuses you, take out the tie. So take out the tie, and then when you get that, you can put the tie back in. Just and then we do that. Let's see. What? Well, look at it. See, on beat 3 they're together. Beat 4 they're together. Get the idea, I hope. You go through and put the hands together. Then we can think about the articulation and the dynamics and so forth. Whatever you think moderately loud is again. It's not loud, it's just sort of loud, because the chord at the end of the line is loud. With an accent, I don't think you need an accent on a loud note, just play it loud. And then you come all the way down to moderately soft. The left hand has to be soft or very soft. Keep it in the background. And these, it's like a statement reply. The statement, reply. Statement, reply. Statement. You get the idea? And so the statement is soft, sort of soft. The reply is sort of loud. It's louder than the statement. I don't know what's written. I don't know. Second line. Keep the left hand soft or very soft throughout the whole thing. You don't have to change the left hand. It's the melody we're talking about with dynamics. Third line. By the way, this third line, let's look at this a little closer. Here. Third, connect these. Here, but I suggest for the right hand, rather than here, start with 4, 2, and then you thumb on that. This way you're in position. Here. So if you can do that, to me that's easier than sticking my hand up in here. So the second line. Staccato. Tenuto. Connect these notes. And back. Soft. Okay, you're going to crescendo at the top of page 37. You're going to go up to loud, but don't get loud to the last measure there. So first line is soft, or you can, in my opinion, come down to moderately soft. It says moderately soft. I think you can start soft. Make sure this left hand, the left hand, you're going to crescendo a little bit, but keep it under the right hand. It's here. Most of your crescendo happens at the end. So the first measure on page 37, you're soft. Come up to about a moderately soft. Moderately loud. Loud. That's loud. The left hand's in the background. Then all of a sudden you're back down to moderately soft like we were at the beginning. Now the third line down, you're starting at moderately soft. Right there. Up a little bit to moderately loud. Stay there. And those last 3 notes on that third line, you're starting at moderately loud and going down to moderately soft right there. last line, you're going to crescendo, start that moderately soft. You want to come down to moderately loud, it's fine. Just do it moderately soft. Next measure, maybe moderately loud. Now you're loud. And then all of a sudden, you're moderately soft again. You go back to the sign. The sign is at the beginning of the second line on page 36. The fine is at the top of page 37. And again, I disagree with the way they printed it. The fine ends here. And that's it. The eighth notes are the pickup to the next section. So I don't agree with their markings, but I don't agree with the marking. That's quite common in ragtime to kind of bounce along in the left hand here. Just separate them. But when you get notes that are next to each other, you can connect those, like in the third line down on page 36. First measure, bounce it, and connect it. Because they're next to each other. Just connect those to the C. Connect those four notes, typically in the left hand. For the half notes at the beginning of 37, just play them. You can't connect them, but do the best you can. They've got two neutrals on these. Not sure what they're after there, but the right hand is what we want to hear. Keep the left hand in the background. Okay, I guess you wouldn't bounce them quite so much. Connect them more, and then bounce them. It's a staccato is what it is. It's like a long staccato. It's not a short staccato. It's more of a long staccato. Just separate them, and unless they're next to each other. Now speed, and this is where people get off, including me. Scott Joplin himself put in not fast, because the tendency for people is to play this fast. You know, and he's bad. He said not fast. Keep this down. More like just a nice, the metronome marking is fine. You can even go just a hair slower than that if you want to. It's not slow, but it's not that fast.